I was coming home from walking my daughter to school, and one of her friends was absent that day. It had just been announced to me that she had the stomach flu. As I was walking home alone in my thoughts, immediately I was just gripped with the fear that my daughter is going to be there. She was there with that student the day prior. And what did that mean for us? It's pretty amazing how my despair meter can go from 0 to 100 within less than a second. Immediately I began to despair, future thinking, oh no, we're all gonna get it. I started picturing what it's gonna look like. I started thinking about each of us going down, everyone being sick and what it'll be like and how horrible it's gonna be. The depth of darkness that can come from that bit of news is wild. And immediately I started thinking, I can't handle this. I can't do this. I can't live like this. I was so scared. I had some dark thoughts. And I started even thinking living is worse than the alternative. I think that's pretty dark for vomit because I know that there's a lot of worse things in the world. But for those of you who have emetophobia or a kiddo with emetophobia, you know that the fear is so strong, so real. The anxiety that it brings takes over your body and your brain and you just can't think. So I was coming home and I thought, no way, I can't do this anymore. I started thinking about how I had buckets all over the house just in case. How every time I even thought maybe they were thinking that they had a sensation in their body or in their belly, I would immediately throw a bucket at them. Make sure you get it in the bucket. Make sure you get to the bathroom. Just the anxiety that was charged behind everything that I said to them. Anytime they would touch something, I was freaking out about it. Anytime that they were close to friends, I would freak out. I didn't want to go anywhere where there were a lot of people. I didn't want to go into restrooms. I was too afraid to, share food or drink with people. Really afraid to get close to people. Like I was just holding my breath, waiting for when one of us was going to get sick. Every night I was awake just watching my kids, waiting to see if it was going to happen so that I can catch it in a bucket. If anyone coughed or burped or made a sound, immediately I was on edge thinking that, oh no, is it going to happen? Being close to people at restaurants was super hard for me. I was afraid of eating other people's food. If somebody prepared it, how did they prepare it? Did they wear gloves? What did they do? Did they check the temperature of the meat? Afraid to be close to my kid if they had been around someone at school who was sick. Afraid to have play dates, afraid to wipe my own kid's butt. Couldn't even take care of the kids. Sometimes my mom had to come up to help me take care of the kids or just to be with me. My husband travels sometimes for work and I couldn't even be alone with him. The panic that I would have and the anxiety I would have having to be alone with my own kids was way too overwhelming. So I had to always have somebody with me because I felt like I couldn't do it. I couldn't take care of them. It just took over my life. I even saw it starting to affect my kids' lives. They were starting to have anxiety, asking me constantly, am I sick? Am I gonna throw up? And watching my older daughter get mad at my younger daughter for doing gross things or touching gross things or putting her hands in her mouth, yelling at her, we're gonna get sick, you're gonna get us sick. So when I was coming home that day, I thought, you know what? I gotta get help. I have to. None of us can live like this anymore. I took out my phone and even just putting the words into the search, vomit therapy, was so hard for me. I didn't even want to read the descriptions of what people experience, even though I was experiencing it myself. It was helpful to learn the name of it, that it was an actual thing. That was a little bit validating for me. I found a therapist who specialized in OCD and actually had a lot of experience working with people with emetophobia. That was the catalyst to starting my journey to want to beat this thing. If you have not yet looked for therapy or if you have the luxury to even pay for therapy, it's super expensive. I'd like to light a fire under your butt to make that phone call, to get that help, to make this a priority because it is debilitating and it does affect the people around us and we don't have to live like this.